Morning everyone. So I'm gonna start the journey. Everything is ready. Had my breakfast. Bring my cable just in case I have to charge it. After the trip yesterday, I went out. So now the again I think everything is tied to this average driving, right? So yesterday I drove slightly faster, so it's averaging at 14 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer, which gives me 444 kilometer, but it's okay. I am aiming for 450. So what is our trip for today? So just a quick recap. I'll be there are a couple of phases here. So my first place to stop is about 132 kilometers away from my home. Is going to be a back road, and the car right now is estimated at 444 the GOM based on 14 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer. Just to make this experiment a bit more realistic, I also got my son to join me. So there's going to be two of us for this trip. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and we should be back within 5 hours, so that should be around I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock, plus minus some breaks and whatnot. Anything else should be okay. This is, again guys, first time trying it without charging for a 450 kilometer loop. Let's see how it goes. So we just started the journey. It is 439, but since there's two of us, and I'm going to make it as realistic, right? The temperature is 27, so by right it's okay. I can open the window, but since this is sort of like on a freeway-ish, I'm going to use the aircon, so you can see how it will drop just by switching on one fan. So by just switching on one fan, it has dropped to another 20 kilometer, 418. Well, 418 guys, it's just 8 o'clock in the morning, 418. So we shall see what will happen. Can I really get at least 450 in today's trip? Maybe I just need to charge it, perhaps. We shall see. I mean, hopefully there's a lot of back roads. If this kind of freeways yeah, I think that's the other thing, right? Back road is good for EV. Freeways and highways not as challenging. So yeah, okay, thank you. So we're halfway there. I've been driving for 35 minutes already. I have another 397 kilometer. This is actually switching off the aircon, because we were opening the window. The temperature is still 28 degrees, so it's not that warm. We are still on the highways and the freeways. To get to our first checkpoint, we have another 70 plus kilometer to go to reach our first checkpoint. Everything's okay. There's a toll coming up front. I've stopped at Petronas station just to wash my windscreen. So that's the thing, right? I mean, some of the Petronas station would have this kind of charger, but I'm not too sure what kind of capacity that this one. I think this is the old version one, but still, I mean, again, I think you can pretty much find some of these charging facilities here and there, especially in some of the Petronas outlet. Well, I didn't know this station has a Cafe Mesra. So apparently they're starting to sell all this kind of coffee and whatnot. So yeah, this is a good break. I'm gonna get myself a coffee before reaching my destination. Yeah, so we're waiting for the drinks. I think they have all this stuff. I didn't know they have this kind of setup, but it's okay. It's good. It's a good convenient. This is the kind of stations that you get in Malaysia. You have all this kind of stuff. You can take out the money and whatnot. And my favorite has always been this drink. Not cheap, but so we got our drinks. They're getting ready for the trip. See how things go. Where's the car? Just gonna stop here and just look at the EV charging. I don't know, I think that's the thing, right? It is using 3-phase. We'll be using this kind of charger. I'm just not too sure what is the capacity, and I think at least they could, maybe they put it somewhere, but I don't see it here in terms of the capacity for the charge EV facility here. So they could have at least tell us how much it is. I only know it says 3-phase, that's it. Well, at least you have it. The station. Here we go again with a quick break. So we have started the back road. It's about 56 km before we reach our first pit stop, which is Sekinchan, and then we'll be heading north. Battery wise, 381, okay. The temperature is still okay, 29 degrees. I've decided to open the window because yeah, it's going to be a slow drive up on the back road. I would think that it's going to be perhaps around 60 kilometers plus minus. So yeah, mileage okay for now, destination okay for now. And the drinks, yep, we have our drinks from the Mesra Petronas station just now. Okay guys, the road is a back road, right? So it's okay. We have another we just then basically if you look at the map here, technically we're just beside the ocean. Don't worry, I'm not doing the recording, it's my son. So just beside the ocean, it's going to be a straight drive up, and then you know, these are mostly back road, you know, touristy-ish areas, I guess. You're gonna have I don't know, some near the coconut plantation or whatever out there. Is you know, I rarely come this way, so I wouldn't be too sure what the road looks like. But yeah, all is good. We should be arriving at 10 o'clock this morning. Another 44 km to go. In terms of the mileage, is 369 km. Temperature 30. I'll be opening my window back again because it's quite warm. If I don't switch on the aircon, but I'm going to open the window because just enjoy the coastal weather, the coastal feel. Okay guys, thank you very much. Okay, let's take a picture around. We're passing a river. This is Selangor River. We're going up the bridge. Teluk Intan is 99 kilometers away. That's our destination. It's another 345 kilometer range left. Just sharing with you, I've been driving for the past 1 hour. It has been a stop and go, a lot of traffic jams, traffic lights. But if you look at the battery here, use most of the electricity I use for driving. Haven't used the aircon yet. the temperature is still okay at 30 degrees. It's not that hot, it's not warm yet. Averaging around 14 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer, because the car is going around 90 kilometer per hour ish. Again, it's mostly open road, so and then we have let's see, about 13 kilometers to go before we reach our first pit stop. Okay, so we have reached the first checkpoint in Sekinchan. I'm not going to stop by at the town. This is basically one of those more touristic location in Selangor with all these paddy fields and whatnot. Timing wise, I think we're doing good. The temperature has gone down a little bit, 29 degrees right now. I think it's cloudy today, so allowed me to not use the aircon. As you can see, the weather is cloudy, not too hot, not too, it was not raining. So I've set to my second checkpoint, which is to Teluk Intan. There's another 70 kilometers to go. We should be arriving before 11. Again, as I said, right, this whole trip would be around 5 hours. So we left around 8 o'clock. So by right around 1 to 2 o'clock, I will definitely want to stop by in Teluk Intan to just have some, stretch my leg properly or not. So yes, everything's so good. Everything's good so far. Hi everyone, it's a straight easy drive to the destination, going as per the speed limit. Not sure whether you guys can see this. The car has again this kind of what do you call it? Yeah, it's easy. Easy for me to monitor the speed. It has a active blind spot. Will tell me where those if there's any blind spot, if there's any cars coming. But yeah, the road is clear. We are 46 kilometers before reaching the destination. The road is clear. There's no traffic. I think it's a freeway. I don't know. I mean, this is my first time trying this stretch. And battery size is okay. 313 kilometers range. Again, I'm not using the aircon. We are opening the window. The temperature is also okay. It's at 28. So that's quite okay for 10 o'clock in the morning. And in Malaysia, usually, by the time you reach in the noon, then it will be around 30 plus already. So right now it's still okay. Just enjoying the ride, enjoying the drive, not rushing or anything. Again, I think for EV, back road, it's all about just enjoying the drive, and the road itself is pretty good, right? So nothing much for me to complain. Okay, thank you everyone. So the weather has changed a little bit, so it's there's light drizzling outside. So we're using the aircon for the first time. It's 10:30, and we have about 20 minutes before reaching our second pit stop. It's a highway, so the car right now is going at 110, as you can see. Nothing much. I mean, in terms of mileage, we have about 271. I need to check by the time we reach Teluk Intan. I need to check 271 because I'm using the aircon, right? So if I were to switch it off, let me see, switch it off, so I get 280. So there's about 9 kilometer difference between switching it on and switching it off. Yeah, maybe I can just switch it off for now because we're using the seat cooler for both seats. So still have my kappa from the Petronas station earlier. Yeah, just enjoying the drive, not rushing. Been driving for almost 2 hours. Yeah, so the average is about 14.4 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer. Definitely higher than yesterday's range of 13.6. Temperature is okay, 27, so don't have to use the aircon. Yeah, so this is actually my first time using driving here. So I've never really just sort of plantation, I guess. Finally, we've reached Teluk Intan. It's drizzling a little bit. I've set to my third checkpoint, which is actually to Slim River, so that's another 1 hour drive. Battery wise, I have 251 because I'm using the aircon right now. I'm not setting the driver only, otherwise then my son wouldn't get an aircon. But we also switch on the seat cooler. But yeah, so I'm gonna be stopping by here for about 10-15 minutes. I want to take my son to this leaning tower of Teluk Intan. Guys, so far so good. Okay, so we are now in Teluk Intan. I'll be going to Sungai, Slim River, Tanjung Malim, and I think this is going inside the highway already. So this is going to be a highway route until we reach home. So it's going to take us 2 hours and a half, 211 kilometers. So let's see what's the mileage that we have. So it's 259, 250. So by right it should be sufficient for us to reach home, and that 250 is with the aircon on. Yeah, so if without the aircon, I think we would have gotten a little bit more. Let me just switch off the aircon and see. It's just only 9 kilometer difference, so it's okay. So I'm going to switch on the aircon again. So hold on. So yeah, so we didn't stop by to eat. We just I just took my son to see that leaning tower. So it's drizzling a little bit, but all in all is good. We should be able to make it with about 40 kilometer to spare based on the current speed. Okay guys, thank you very much. Okay, so we are stopping by. It's between Bido, Tanjung Malim, KL, but we're going to go through the highway there by a plus. So just stopping by before going. So let's eat some durian. Okay, a quick one. So I have 222 kilometers to go. Just rain just now, so it's 26 degrees. To get home I have another 160. So yeah, I mean apparently I have about 550 kilometer balance before I can get home. So that's pretty good. Right. Okay, so I'm using the aircon now. So it's I have 207 kilometer of mileage. I've set up for 120 actually for my auto cruise control. So I don't know whether you guys can see it just now. So it's 120 auto cruise control. That is pretty much the max you can do on the highway. I have about 157 kilometer to go. So technically I would have about 50 kilometer balance left by the time I reach home. Weather is 27, so it's quite a cloudy day today. So I think the saving from my driving today was mostly because I didn't use the aircon. Was a good day to travel, just enjoying the scenery. In terms of timing, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to reach home before 2 o'clock as planned. So the road is quite smooth. The traffic is moving on average around about 100, less than 110 km per hour. So as I'm driving right now, just want to reflect on some of the things that I see using this kind of balance. So I have another 197 km range. If I were to switch off my aircon, it's like 200 plus kilometer, but it's okay. It's interesting to see that, you know, I've been driving since 8 o'clock this morning, and yeah, my battery is 48% only, which is pretty good. All in all, it looks quite convincing based on the speed, and I think I can't do the 13.6, the one that I got yesterday, because I think the road, I've been using a lot of more freeways today rather than back roads. Even the back roads, it is back road, but then the back roads are a lot faster, so I was averaging around 90 kilometer ish to 100. So if you look at this, I have a range of 195 to go, and I think it's about 150 something kilometers before reaching my destination. So if I were to go back home and to use my 11 kilowatt charger, it will be about 5 hours. I think I'll be arriving maybe around 10% battery left, so 5 hours before I can get back to 100%, but I think by the time I go back, I'm going to set it to 80%. So that is one. So let's yeah, I mean, everything's good. Again, temperature wise, I'm setting it to 23, right? So literally my fan is 1, and that's one thing that I like about the fan system in Hyundai. You even when you press this, even if you sort of like make it most minimum, it will not shut off the fan. So the lowest that it will go up is up to level 1, unless you press the off button, right? So off, then it will shut off the aircon. Otherwise, it will just, you know, it doesn't. You can just make it a minimum fan, and it will just stay there until it, yeah. So I've been driving for an hour now. Another 103 kilometer of range. The temperature now is 35 because it's already in the afternoon. The weather is good, so I have about 60 kilometers before reaching home. So all in all, again, I think I'm doing around 120 kilometers an hour. So it's the highway is also okay. The road is moving quite smoothly. Yeah, all in all, it's good. Using the aircon. Yeah, the car can do 450 easily. I'll be arriving before 2 o'clock. Hello. Okay, so now I have about 87 kilometer of range. In terms of the mileage, to the destination, I have about 42 kilometers to go. So technically, I have a lot of range left to reach home comfortably. I think with the weather and whatnot right now, I'm averaging at 15 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer. It's okay. So that if you were to divide 64 over 15 kilowatt hour, I think you will be getting around 426 kilometer. So that is sort of like the range that you are looking at. The road is again very clear. Now we're back in KL. Heavy traffic, but it's moving. So should be arriving before 2 o'clock comfortably. Has been a good road trip so far. Sorry, I just took a break. I'm gonna arrive about 2 o'clock. Not because of traffic jam or whatever. Just stop by at McDonald's to buy lunch for the family. So 64 kilometers of range left, 18 kilometers to go. So everything is good. So all in all, again, just to confirm, the car can give me about 450 kilometer, and that is slightly off from the 468 kilometer GOM, based on a 13.6 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer drive, right? So this is now averaging around 15 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer drive. So here we go back again soon. Going back home in about less than 10 minutes. So I've reached home, or almost home. Just gotta stop by the pharmacy to buy something. So my son is in the shop now. So I have 40 kilometer left, and when you look at this, so it's equivalent to 10%. So yeah, I mean, when you look at, remember a better route planner, so it advised me to charge twice, and eventually I reach home at 10%. So even without a better route planner, I would still get 10% by the time I reach home. So pretty good guess, pretty good gamble, I guess. I'm changing it to 80% now. By the time I get home, so that's going to take me about 6 hours to charge the car back before I'm ready to go out again. So 10% to 100, that is about 2 hours charging if you were to use a DC charger. So I've been driving for 2 hours, right? So you can see that temperature is 33 outside, averaging at 15.2 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer. I think when you drive on the highway, I think for this car, definitely if you're averaging at 120 km per hour, please expect 15 kilowatt hour per 100 km. I think that's the average of this car, using the highway speed of 120 km. Then in terms of climate, it uses 2%. But yeah, thank you.